Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now a give running left is Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Vaughn. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Breida on a toss left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And he goes out right around the 39.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. On the double.
Lawrence on third down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a give to Breida.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he gets it down to the 32.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And the Titans first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First and goal, Kelly. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Off play action. Vaughn looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Off the play fake. Vaughn. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Breida, he'll try the right side, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Vaughn, flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. There are 2 words. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Watch the whip. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Catch made here by Campbell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On fourth down, Vaughn. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Johnson running left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Complete to Kelly. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's Breida. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 45 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 1st down, it's Kelly, able to power. There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Vaughn. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Vaughn. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! It's complete. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by Kelly. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. They begin the drive with Johnson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And the Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Vaughn. And that's complete. Albert Okuebuna. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He's not going to get me.
Play action. Vaughn. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Off the play fake. Vaughn. Out to the flat here for Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing left side, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back to throw again. And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Vaughn. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Kelly. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Lawrence. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Off play action. Vaughn. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On first down, Callum, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game. And that's the play, that pick by Mathieu, that will seal this football game.
The Honey Badger does it again. And I think one of the best nicknames that's ever been given. Just so inspired. He may not care, as Honey Badgers don't, but he understands how to get around the ball, and he just sealed another victory.
How do you know about the mental psyche of a Honey Badger?
That's always been the expression. The Honey Badger, he doesn't care.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, Kelly. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Tennessee, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll